Hi, welcome to Joanna's DIY Life. It's another Sew It Saturday, and I am glad you are here with me today. It is my two granddaughters' birthdays coming up really quick. They are a week apart, and me and Paw bought them a whole kitchen set, stove, refrigerator, and all that. So I thought it would be really cute to give as a gift as well for my grandkids to have aprons. So let's jump right into it and get started. Okay, so I don't have a pattern. That shouldn't be there. I don't have a pattern, but I wrote some measurements down from my grandkids' clothes. So hopefully I can get this right. I got one made, but you know, let's just do this one. So what you're going to need is, for the top, you're going to need two pieces that are 7 inches by 6 inches. This is going to be my apron right here. Okay, so I know I need two pieces that's 7 by 6. So I'm going to line this up and cut it off on the 6 because it's 6 high, 7 wide. Cut your selvage off. You don't want that thing. That's one. Now we can lay it on top of this one and make our other cut. You need a 16 by 9. All right. You're going to need a piece for the tie. That's been cut. Let me just do this in. Piece for the tie, and you want that. The tie needs to be 3 inches wide, I think. Yeah, about 3 inches wide. 3.5. Do 3.5 wide. Now this is for a toddler, a small toddler. Now, I'm going to need a strap around the neck, and the strap around the neck is 26 inches long, I know, but I'm going to cut it 3 inches, a little over 3 inches for seam allowance. So that'll be the neck strap. And then I need a bottom, which if you do a ruffle, you just need one piece. And I'm cutting that at 3 inches. Now you're going to need a pocket. And your pocket is going to be 3.5 by 3.5 square. Now you're going to take this. You need 2 of them. And I'm just going to round it up. So now I have this one, I can cut out the other one. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take one strap this is not long enough for a tie. Okay? So in order to make it long enough, we have to sew two together. So I'm just going to put these two together, and I'm going to sew straight down this and then cut this off. This is selvage. I don't need it. So I'm just going to sew a straight line right here to join these two. Okay, so they're sewn together, see? And I'm just going to trim close to it. And then I'm going to iron that. The tie needs to be 32. You need 2 at 32. So there's 2 together now. So I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to cut the 32. Glad that don't have to be perfect. Now you want one of these ends, and you want to take your pocket, okay? And I'm going to take one piece of my pocket, and I'm going to be making a cover over the pocket. So it will be down like this. So I'm just going to set that on there, and I'm going to cut around it. And see, this will sit on top of this. That's so cute, isn't it? Okay, so you need another one. I'm going to go ahead and assemble my pocket since I have it going. So you don't have to do this, but I'm just a little extra and thought it would be cute. Okay, so I'm going to take this lace and I'm going to put it on the inside, so when I flip this, it will go to the outside. Okay, so I'm just going to take my skinny glass head pins and pin this around this pocket topper. You have to pin it kind of close because it will pucker. Okay, I'm going to go tack this down after I put this piece on. And I'm just going to go right around this edge. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I got my needle on straight stitch all the way to the right, and I am just going to stitch as close to this edge as I can. I just flipped it inside out, that's all. Now you can press this, which I probably will. See how that lace just sticks out just a little bit? It's so cute. Now you want to take your little pocket and you want to pin this, or you want to sandwich it actually, in between these two pieces, okay? So you want to put it there and then lay your other pocket piece on top. that's kind of bulky, so you have to pull this up and even this up. Now I'm going to sew around this on the edge as well. Opening on the side. Now we're just going to go turn it. All you have to do is clip your edges so it'll lay flat, and then turn your pocket. Where's my hole? Right here. All right, now stick this side in. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue there just to tack it until I sew it. And that's that. That is so stinking cute. Okay, I think the other one was bigger. I'm not sure. Anyway. There's my pocket, all ironed and ready to go. Okay, now, this will be placed here. So all we're going to do is, this is already finished, so all we have to do is go around this pocket, okay? Easy. Now we have our pocket, and it's cute. I'm going to put this to the side. We're going to work on our top. So for your top, you need a piece for the shoulder strap that is 26 inches. Go down. Cut off 26 inches. So we're going to fold this in half, and we are going to sew down this side, leaving the ends open. Now for this, we're going to do the same thing, except we are going to sew our ends shut. Okay? Now I'm going to cut the end off. So that it's got a little tail, and I'll do that to each end. Okay, so we're going to sew our straps. I turned my light out so you could see. I'm going to start on one of my edges, which is acting crazy. Okay, so once again, my needle is still over to the right. Okay, and I am just going to sew this. Then I'm going to pivot after I get to the end. I forget I'm on a slant needle. Then I'm going to sew down. Then I'm going to stop. I'm just simply going to pull it down and then sew all the way down. Now when you get to this corner, just sew down and sew across and back stitch. That's your tie. Now you're going to sew your next strap, just sew straight down. Now this is the top, and I'm just going to sew the two sides. This is going to make it easier for when I install the top. Make sure you have them right sides together. Okay. You clip our strings from the top here. I have them everywhere. Okay, put that to the side. We just need it sewed. Now, for this piece, this is our strap, okay? And all we're going to do is turn it inside out. Turn your other piece. Make sure you get the right end. These things are awesome. Providing you don't lose your doodad here. Whew, that thing was long. Gotta get my stick out. All right. You can use it to poke your ends. I forgot this end. See how that comes through it? I hate it. I hate it. I like this thing a lot better. Now we just need to press this in. And iron all this flat. Okay, I've got them ironed. Putting this to the side. We'll work on that in a minute. Now we're going to work on our top. You will need for this toddler size, now you can measure your toddler to make it longer if you want to. I have one short one and one tall one, but I need a 17-inch piece of elastic to go around their heads. So now we are going to take and we need to thread our elastic through this casing, but you don't want to pull it all the way through, okay? And this is almost a 1-inch, I think it's 3/4, I think, something like that, inch. You can use a 1-inch, I just didn't have it. I'm going to go in and I'm going to go up some, okay? Not a lot, just some. Now I'm going to go sew right across this and secure that elastic right there. Then I'll pull it through the other end and secure it on this end as well. Pull your casing to the middle, or pull your, you know what I mean. Both ends are secure. Pull your fabric to the middle is what I meant. Now, we are going to, mine is non-directional, so it doesn't matter. But we're going to insert this away so that we flip this inside out, it will be the right way. So you place it from the inside. Make sure your fabric is drawn to the middle as much as possible because you want it as flat as possible. And I'm just going to pin that in there. And then I'm going to run this around this way and pull it to the other side and pin it as well. Sorry about all my junk. I'm working. Now I'm going to go sew across this, but I'm going to back stitch across each strap a few times just to secure those. Got those secure. Flip it the way it should be. And then give it a good ironing. We're all ironed and flat. Now we're back at this piece. This is your skirt piece. Okay, the first thing I want to do is show you this. You can take your piece and put a ruffle on the bottom by gathering this up and putting your ruffle on, or you can just sew a flat piece this way, flip it over, which is what we're going to do with the ruffle, and then go from there. But I'm going to make a little ruffle, and I don't want an extravagant ruffle on this thing, so I am going to go one and then another, so that's double of what this is. So I'm going to go gather this after I roll hem it, okay? I'm going to hem this, and I'm going to hem these sides, and that is all, okay? I have my rolled hemmer already attached. It's on number 4, and it's set. So all I have to do this rolled hemmer is, I hope you can see, fold your fabric over, give it a finger press, fold it over again, give it a finger press, push this rolled underneath your foot, make sure that your needle's going to hit it, adjust if necessary. make a few stitches. Make sure your needle stops down. Raise your foot, pull it over the edge, put your foot back down, and I hold up and go over as I go and pull this side, because sometimes this will go under like that, and you don't want that to happen. Now for these edges, I'm just going to fold it over again, and then I'll sew my sides. Okay, I'll just stitch across here. I have to do that at the other machine. I'm going to do the same to this along the edges. Okay, so I have all my sides done. Just wanted to show you they're done. And then I came over here and sewed this thick over here. Okay, now I have my gathering foot on here. I've never gathered with this machine, so I'm not sure how this is going to work. I do know I have my needle is not quite in the middle. It's kind of over a little bit. I put it all the way to the right. It's a straight stitch, and you want it as long as possible. as long as possible. And you want your tension tight, okay? This is the way it is on my other machines. So let's try this. Works. Yay! I'll move so you can see what it's doing. It does everything for you. I have these, like I said, for my other machine. Now I'm going to leave some thread in case I need to pull some out. Okay, so let me put her back down. She's very temperamental on her tension. It's a Singer 401, and you all know how old people get sometimes, kind of cranky. She's kind of cranky. But anyway, let me go show you how I attach this, and then we'll come back and sew it again. Okay, so this needs to match the bottom of this, and it looks like it pretty much does, so that's a win-win. Okay, if I need to go a little tighter, all I got to do is pull one string, but if you pull both, you're going to lock it. Now it won't go nowhere. So I'm going to place this right sides together on the bottom of my skirt. And I had to charge I record on an iPhone that was given to me, and the battery ran dead. So it's now dark outside. I have so many problems with these. I need to do things ahead of time, but I now keep my grandchildren, since my grandson's out of school. I have both of them, and sometimes he doesn't like to take a nap. So it's hard to do anything during the daytime unless they do take a nap. So, you know, the struggle is real sometimes, but my grandbabies are a blessing, so I can't complain too much. But anyways, that's why my videos are late, and I am so sorry about that. I have to video when I can. I watch some ladies on there that have kids on a daily, and I don't know how they do it. I really don't. I haven't had kids in a while. I'm almost 50, y'all, and my birthday's coming up. I'm not going to tell you when, but it's coming, and I won't be 50, but I'll be 49. Like, I am so stinking close. So, yeah. So I'm not used to these kids. So you see, I had to scrunch that in just a little bit to get it to fit on here without hanging over, because both of my sides are finished and I don't want it looking, you know, overlapping or tacky. So anyways, enough with my rattling and my stories. You get what you get, and I'm sorry, but I'm thankful you're here. Y'all are a blessing, truly. I'm so close to 5,000. It is not even funny. It is so exciting. I hope y'all can see with the light, because it's getting dark outside and I can't see. So anyways, all you do when you go over this is just go over it. Make sure none of your little doodads go over your foot stobbers, and don't run over foot stobbers, whatever them darn things are. And then just go. Make sure you don't run over your pen, I think is what I was trying to say. I don't even know if I got it out. I'm about crazy right now. And make sure you keep it on the edge. And that's all you do for that. Don't forget the back stitch. Okay. I absolutely love this machine. I have, well, I'm not going to tell you how many I have. I have a lot of machines. But I love the vintage ones. They can hammer through stuff like nobody's business. You know what I'm saying? This is the one I definitely am going to be primarily sewing on, I think. I don't know. I miss my black Singer that I had. It's on a shelf up here. I love that machine. But it's just, it don't go through stuff like these old ones do. Okay. Now I am going to change this to a zigzag. Wrong one. This thing. Sorry. It's you don't know. I'll have to show you one day. So I want a wide zigzag, and all I'm gonna do, I want it kind of close. I'm not gonna serge it because my serger has black thread and I don't want to change it. So I'm just gonna zigzag this edge. When you do this, make sure that your one side over here goes over your fabric so that you're catching all these threads, and it's, you know, it'll keep it from fraying. That was real time, y'all. This baby's fast. Anyways, that's what it will look like. Right there. And then I'm going to clip my stitches. My threads. Okay, got our ruffle on, and it's so darn cute. Okay, now we got to put our top on, okay? And let me tell you, with this top being plain or the other one, you can embroidery on here their name or whatever you want to do on there. That's up to you. I'm in a hurry, so I am not. Otherwise, I would embroidery their initials on there. I still can if I put it together. That's no big deal. All I'm going to do is put this top on this, do a straight stitch, and then I'm going to zigzag this whole thing to, you know, keep it from fraying. So that's what I'm going to go over there and do, and then I'll be right back and show you what I'm going to do next. I stitched it on, and then I zigzagged that edge. Now, I'm going to cut off my strings, hopefully without cutting my doodad here. That would be most tragic, wouldn't it, people? Especially after I done got this far. Okay, now, I'm going to go to my iron. okay? And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Lord, I'm going to have to vacuum again. I've had my grandkids in here playing. They've cut paper all over my floor and everything. So I had to vacuum earlier, and I got to do it again. Anyway, I am just going to iron this down, and then I'm going to iron a piece like this right here. Because once you iron this down like this, it is going to, it will pull that down anyway. So I'm just going to go iron it and then do a straight stitch all across that right there. Okay, now we're going to drop our tie in the floor, and then we're going to exercise by bending down and picking that up. No, I did drop it, sorry. Okay, this is your middle here, okay? Instead of putting a tie here and a tie here to make it look tacky, I think, you know, to hide those ends in, I'm just not good at that kind of thing. So, I just made this band because it's pretty, okay? It is super pretty. So what I'm going to do is I am going to attach this right to this like this. Now, I can feel, I don't know why that won't lay flat, but anyways, I could feel in the fabric where it's at. And I kind of want it, you know, right where it's going to be more down here than up here. Otherwise, you're going to cover up your whole top there. So, I'm going to make sure my center is in the center because, you know, we're going to add, you know, G-Mom can't leave this alone. We got to add a little something to it. So I'm going to pin this so I know it doesn't move on me. I am going to start at this end, okay? And I'm going to top stitch around this. And when I top stitch across here, it's going to secure it to my bodice here, okay? And then I'm going to do the same. I'm going to go around and then come back around, and I'll catch this, which will then attach this to tie around their waist, okay? So that's how I'm going to attach the band. Let me do that and I'll be back. Okay, so there it is. It's on. There's your little ties. And also, when you done your top stitching, you closed your seam in where you did your turning. So that's one reason why we did a top stitching. And then another, it looks cuter. And then we secured it to both sides here. We are going to add lace. We're going to add a piece of lace here. And all I'm going to do is stitch this lace down. I will cut it a little bigger for shifting. I'm going to put a piece there. I'm going to put a piece down here. And then I'm going to make a bow for right here, but we'll do that in a minute. Right now I'm just going to go to my machine and I'm going to stitch on this very top line on each of these to put my lace trim down. There is our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful apron. Okay. Now, make my bow, and I'm just going to use this lace, and I'm just going to do a cancer awareness thing. See, that's it. And then bring this back. That is it. Just a simple little bow to cover up your crack here, or your seam, or whatever you want to call it. And so, nothing fancy. Oh, shoot. Cut my tail too short. Okay. That's okay. Shorten one, shorten the other. Now, to do this, I'm just hand sewing it, okay? I hate hand sewing, but this is just one of those things. So I'm going to put my thread through, go through the bottom, try to catch at least some fabric and not a hole, go around 2 times, and pull while I'm scrunching. Now start wrapping it around. There's your little bow. Now I'm going to go in the middle here, and I'm going to make one knot. Okay. Now all I'm going to do is put this in there right on the seam. Go down. Go behind there. Make sure you're not catching any of your loops or your little tails, okay? Because it will do that. Now I don't even know where my thread is. Okay, right there. Shoo. Everything being white is terrible. Now go back up. Try to go through your bow, but not through your tails. And then go back down. And you'll want to do this 3 or 4 times to secure it, but I don't have enough thread, so I'll have to just tack it and then go back and do it again. Now, if you're not planning on washing this, which, you know, I don't know about these kids. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to get more thread and tack that down. But anyways, your bow is on. It is finished, and there's your sweet little apron. This one's even a Pioneer Woman apron. Now, I made another one for my other granddaughter, and I'll show you at the end of the video. Here's what they look like finished, both of them. Like I said, I have 2 granddaughters with birthdays, and yes, look at those cute little pot holders. Oh my gosh. That'll be another video, guys, because this one is so long. But anyway, this is what they look like. This is the outcome. I hope you like them. I'm sure my babies will. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel. And ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, remember that you are a blessing. Goodbye.